Hey everybody, welcome to our summer 2021 newsletter reporting to you from Oregon, the Oregon coast. I am in a very small town called Yakuts. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I've been here for a few weeks. I have been quietly working on the music and studying and hiking and doing all the outdoorsy things that I very much enjoy doing during any opportunity that I have. And obviously we've had a lot of time off over this past year and a half, but I am very excited because this is the first newsletter that we have made in over a year. And you guys know we have religiously been keeping up with these newsletters every 3 months. This is the first newsletter in which I really feel like I'm praying that everything that we're announcing is going to go forward without too many problems. So I'm so excited because next season, 21-22, has a wonderful array of new things that I'm going to be bringing to the public and that I'm very excited about. The very first thing is going to be a role debut that I cannot wait to share with you. It's something that I've been dreaming about for such a long time. But I just want to say I feel very much like this year and a half has taught me a lot, and I'm sure all of us have been through so many ups and downs, so much difficulty, and we've had to learn to be creative. We've had to learn to be resilient. We've had to learn to be tolerant, and we've had to hold each other more closely. And I just feel really grateful that I somehow have managed to keep singing. I have managed to, even when I've been off, I have managed to keep singing. There have been days where I didn't want to sing at all, where I didn't want to practice at all, but I always remember all the wonderful things that, that might still happen because I have a lot of really beautiful contracts coming up, and those possibilities fill me with hope more than anything else, more than all the losses that we've incurred. I just keep wanting to move forward and look forward. I got vaccinated. I feel very much at ease knowing that that I've done my part as a citizen, as a performer to put my health first and to put the health of my colleagues and my family and friends first by getting vaccinated. As soon as I had the opportunity, I did. And I'm very, very happy that that's done. And I pray that everyone that can get a vaccine does get a vaccine so that we can go back to performing as soon as possible, you guys. I say that with all of my heart, with all of my love and respect. So the first concert that I have coming up is actually very soon. It's here in the United States in Napa Valley, California. I'll be singing a concert there to open up the Napa Valley Festival, and it's at the Charles Krug Winery. And I'm looking forward to that because that's going to be my first performance in California of that sort. And it's a recital of arias and art song, but primarily arias. A few things that I've never sung before that I'll be debuting, and playing the piano for me will be Curt Pajer. I'm very much looking forward to working with him. And after that, I will head back to Europe, to sunny Italy, to do 2 bel canto concerts. Now, one of them is August 2nd, and one of them is August 6th. They're different repertoire. The one for August the 2nd is in Martina Franca, and it features primarily bel canto repertoire, but also some French repertoire and a few other Spanish pieces that I'm really looking forward to starting to work into my recital repertoire, if you will. It's with orchestra, and it's conducted by Corrado Rovaris, who is one of my favorite conductors in the world. I love Corrado. We have had such an incredible rapport and friendship built up over the years. He conducted my very first Traviata. He also conducted my French bel canto album, which we recorded last year, and we hope will be out very soon. More details about that as we get them. But anyway, my second concert is August the 6th. Now, it hasn't officially been announced yet, so I'm not allowed to officially announce, but I can tell you it is in southern Italy, and it's all Bellini. I'm very excited about that because Bellini is a composer that I have not had an opportunity to sing very much of. For whatever reason, it just never came my way. But this year, not only will I be doing an all-Bellini concert for the very first time ever with orchestra, but I will also be debuting my very first Bellini operatic role from beginning to end, almost the entire role. We are doing, unfortunately, due to COVID, we have to do kind of a shortened version of I Puritani, but this is with the Gstaad Menuhin Festival. It is August 28th. In Gstaad in Switzerland. It is a concert performance of highlights, I guess you could say, from I Puritani, and I'll be singing Elvira for the very first time. The cast is extraordinary. Javier Camarena will be singing the role of Arturo. Be conducted by Domingo Hindoyan. I'm really excited about this, you guys. For me, this is something that I have dreamed of singing for such a long time, and I'm finally having a chance to do it. So I've been working very hard on that. I have another new Bellini role that's already been announced, but it's not part of our newsletter time period. We try to encapsulate the time period for just the 3 months that we're discussing. But in the late fall, I will be hopefully debuting. I keep saying hopefully because nothing seems permanent anymore. Like nothing seems like set in stone, because it's not. So many things have just fallen through. But I'm kind of like as a habit saying like, I hope and pray, yes, that I Capuleti e Montecchi, I will be able to make my debut as Giulietta in Bellini's version of Romeo and Juliet at La Scala. But we will talk more about that in the next newsletter, I promise. So the other thing that I'm looking forward to announcing is that there will be a new production of Rigoletto at the Royal Opera House, Covent Garden. Now, I sang there a few years ago, and I sang making my debut as Lucia in Katie Mitchell's production, and it was a wonderful experience for me. It was a really difficult production, but one of the most heartfelt, probably one of the more unforgettable experiences of my entire career. And I'm looking forward to returning there this season because I sang a concert there during COVID, and it was like a very interesting setup because the orchestra was out where the public is, and Maestro Papano was way in the back of the hall, and we were singing to an empty house, and it was broadcast, and I'm sure a lot of you guys saw bits and pieces of that concert. But this will be the first time that the Royal Opera House is reopening to hopefully a full public. Hopefully, of course, I have to throw that in, but it will be a new production by Oliver Mears, and it will be starring Carlos Alvarez in the title role, and I'm singing Gilda. Now, I've sung Gilda many times. I haven't sung it in a few years. And it's a role that I love. It's a role that's very close to my heart. A lot of you guys may know that my father had muscular dystrophy, passed away several years ago. But my father was a lot like Rigoletto because he suffered with a disability and because his outlet for his difficulty and his sad life and his pain was comedy. He was always trying to make us laugh. He was always making jokes. So in a way, he was like a jester in our house. So Rigoletto, for me, is a really deep, important piece of my repertoire, one that I hope to keep singing for many, many more years to come. So I'm really looking forward to opening the next season at Royal Opera House, Covent Garden as Gilda in Rigoletto. The first performance is the 13th of September. Please get your tickets if you haven't already. We want to see a full house. We want to see things, bustling with culture. We want theaters to be full again and reopen again. We want singers to be able to sing for a full, honest-to-God, real-life, in-person public. We want to be able to hug you and thank you after our performances, and we want to be able to communicate with you in as real a way as we know how by getting back to the stage and singing. So thank you so much, my friends, for following me. As always, thank you for sticking through this, for keeping your support, maintaining your support in so many ways. It's meant so much to me and to all singers. I know I can speak for all singers when I say we love you. We want to sing for you again. We will not stop pushing for music to continue to be brought to mass audiences the way it's supposed to be, live and in person. With that, I wish you a wonderful summer, and I will see you in the fall. Much love.